Peter, do you think that students are sufficiently involved in university governance and administration? And if not, how can they be?
A question that I'll answer with a yes and a no. I think that it's not the same for all of us. And I think that with our counterparts in Europe, the conversations we've had suggest that they seemingly are more involved in the governance and management of their universities. I do even understand that there is a position of a rector in some of the institutions, which is an equivalent of almost just below the university principal. And such a person has the mandate to sit on, let's say, the quality assurance committees, the government council, in terms of tuition decisions that are made and all that. And so it will appear that in our part of the world where there's a lot more patriarchy and a lot more tendency to see the elderly as almost every time right, there is that sense that we don't get often integrated in a manner that we should. If we're integrated at all, we're integrated to just serve as a checklist. And so when the regulators or the accreditation bodies come in, then we're called into a meeting just to show that we're integrated. So it appears that on paper, we're supposed to be integrated, but in actual fact, we're not integrated in that sense.
Do you have any other examples of how students can be more involved in university governance and management?
There are a couple of other examples that I would want to share, and even so from a part of the world in Africa and then the global south. And again, I think that, for example, what we do at the All Africa Students Union is by attempting to shape policy at the regional levels. And so at the African Union level, there's the education division. And what has been done is an attempt to let us be involved in the direction that education takes at the continent-wide level. So for example, there is what we're trying to roll out, the African and continental qualifications framework. And it's more of an equivalent of what Europe already has. And so we are involved at the board level. We are involved in the decision-making in terms of the surveys that we make and collect the data from our students to also shape the policy at that level. And so given that we have that space to shape policy and be involved, I think that that might also serve as an example to show that, yes, there is that opportunity where we are integrated and involved.
Why is it important for students to attend the launch of the MCU 2020 and conference?
The launch of the MCU is that moment we've been waiting for our students. And it couldn't have come at a better time. And we're looking at that opportunity that it gives us in terms of the autonomy of universities to operate away from political and economic interests. And also the fact that, it gives us that opportunity for teaching and learning to be inseparable. And it gives us that freedom to think, that opportunity to inquire without victimization, without fear, that space where academia can thrive. And so we really look forward to that opportunity to launch it. And also we're going to call on all our students. We're really going to mobilize them in their numbers to attend it, because this really is the moment we've been waiting for. It couldn't have come at any better time. And so we really look forward to it.